All right, welcome everyone. Daren Baysinger here again with you for the final day of the summit. And today's topic is how to build digital directories for residual income. And this is going to be a really cool training session for you. And, you know, just kind of to package everything up here, over these 3 days, via Jim, Eric, and myself, you've learned how to use Convertri to build funnels, landing pages, websites. I've showed you how to create digital proposals, digital reports, and now we're going to move into digital directories. So holding true to the tenets that we threw out at the very beginning of this summit, if you can imagine it, you can design it with Convertri. There really is no limit. Okay, so with that, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk you through. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you how to build a directory in 45 minutes. It just doesn't work that way. We're talking about multiple funnels, multiple pages, and there's a very precise process that needs to be followed. But the results are phenomenal. Okay. And I've got a lot of examples to show you. Okay. So I'm going to quickly move into the objective on the left-hand side menu here. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to discuss some different types of digital directories and their upside as a source of reoccurring revenue. So whether you're just starting out or you've been building websites and you're looking for another way to create a residual income stream in your business, pay attention, because this works. And I've been doing it now for about a year and a half, I think. I can't think of a better way to create some residual income for yourself. And just like if you attended Jim's session yesterday, I got to watch part of it, and he mentioned BNI groups, local business groups, for networking. Well, when you build a directory, you're creating your own BNI group, and you're the leader of that group. And every single business in there is going to search you out and come find you if they have an issue with their website, or they want to do Facebook ads, they want to put an online menu up on their web page for their restaurant, or they're looking at doing some e-commerce. So now you've got sales funnels opportunities and other e-commerce opportunities. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there and move into the next section, which is the overview of today's session. All right, so why digital directories? I've already gone over some of it, right? You're going to create a cash flow for yourself. There's more income opportunities. Like I said, it's not just the directory listing itself. If you're just looking at that, you're being short-sighted. And initially I was. But then you stand back and you look at it and go, this is going to be a great source of other projects. And certainly it is. Other opportunities that maybe you haven't even thought of. So more income opportunities, and there's so many niches to choose from. It could be as simple as a home remodeler directory, a plumber directory, or you can scale up and get into event type directories, and that's that could be very lucrative. L. So, and I'm going to show you some examples, right? From local to international, basically. All right. And because you're using Convertri, this is totally, every one of these is totally unique. Um, and that's the problem with most directories, and why I never liked them before, is because most of them were based on WordPress. They were buggy. They used plugins. The theme had to be updated. They were really easy to hack, and still are. So they get corrupted, and consequently, you're constantly trying to fix them. My metaphor for WordPress is it's kind of like a Volkswagen Bug. They're fun to drive, but you got to work on them before you want to drive anywhere far in them. So, because they're notorious for breaking down, right? So, with Convertri, this stuff is unique, and I'm going to show you some really unique designs. Okay, and then down here, the next one is pandemic. All right, people are hurting, and online business is what's booming right now. So with digital directories, you're giving businesses an opportunity to either move into or expand into an online e-commerce, or just having a website business. It's amazing how many um, local businesses still don't have websites. All right. So from that perspective, this is perfect timing. Uh, Many parts of the world are still in complete lockdown right now. And with all the variants of COVID that are out there, who knows what's going to happen? The future is uncertain. And one thing's for sure is people's habits have already changed over the last year, and they're doing more shopping online, um, more curbside pickup, more takeout, and I think that you know that's going to be kind of a permanent thing. I'm not saying no one's ever going to go and sit down at a restaurant or in a coffee shop again. God knows I want to, right? But habits have changed. And so it's perfect timing for these. All right. And then lastly, which I think is most important, these things are really easy to sell. And one of the reasons why they're easy to sell is businesses understand them, because directories have been around forever, in printed form and also in digital form. And what you're going to be showing them, or have the ability to show them, is something that they're going to understand, and they're going to really like the design, because it's going to be, again, heads and tails above anything else that's out there. Okay. So with that, I'm going to scream right along into design, and actually start showing you some designs. All right. Um, so again, any design, any niche. And digital directories, they can be as simple as a local real estate directory, or a plumber directory, or a remodeler directory, home remodeler directory, or they can be more complex and include many funnels and pages with a variety of businesses. They can get very large. Um, so let's actually look at some of these designs now. So like I said, I've been doing this for about a year and a half. This was one of the first directories that I built. It was focused on restaurants, okay, and um, you know, I think, yeah, because I'm no, let's see, curbside pickup. I guess it was right around the time that COVID first started, is when I popped this particular prototype directory out. And I think this is one that I might have promoted inside of the Convertri Clubhouse initially. But since then, this is restaurant centric, right? And since then, if you've been following me in my sessions, you know that I'm in the outdoor arena a lot with different groups of businesses. including fishing guides and hunting guides. Okay, so here's another one that I put together. These are some hunting guides, and these things look great on mobile. I've got this one loaded up here. This is a mobile emulator, so it's not perfect in terms of how it displays mobile, but you get the idea. So for these, let's see, I think I've got a review in for this guy. So it takes you to a review page, and you've got the review, images, a video, that's a GIF overlay, click to call, and then again, like I had with my my other guide that I showed you in the first day of the design, funnelizing a website. And we've got a form here, and that goes directly to them. So there's no middleman with these leads. They go directly to the vendor. So that's one option here, right? For lead generation for these guys. And the other is Facebook ads. All right, you can run Facebook ads to if you create a page, a landing page for these guys, and I'll show you that coming up. You can actually run Facebook ads to them using the technique that Jim explained in his session yesterday. I think he might even have it on his website. Jim's got a lot of great stuff too, and that's the thing I want to mention to you guys right now. Before this event is over, you should sign up. Go to my site, convertrihacks.com. Get signed up with me. Get signed up with Jim. Get signed up with Eric, because we all come at this from a design from a different standpoint, and we're involved in different business models. And if you're new and you're not sure exactly where you're going to land in terms of your business model, then follow us, and you'll figure it out. Something will stick for you. You'll find your passion. That's what happened for me, anyway. So there's another example. Here's another one. This is a pretty cool site, and like I said, all of these are mobile optimized. They're awesome. This site actually, I built this one so that it's kind of a hybrid site. It's almost a virtual workshop networking type site. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that AirMeet does, and it never will. It's not meant to be like AirMeet, but it has some really cool elements built into it, because I want people to continue to come back to this site. I don't want them to just come here, find a guide, and go on a trip and never come back. I want this to be a resource for them, right? So again, this is very interactive and engaging for the visitor. These buttons down here all open up into separate layers, and there's information in each one of them. And those of you that followed day one funnelizing technique, I'm using some of those same fundamental ideas, but now I'm using them in these buttons, in terms of immersion, getting people engaged, answering questions, taking them on a journey, that sort of thing. Now it's all happening via buttons and layers, okay? I don't have Dave's podcast loaded up in here yet, but that's a new thing that I just started. Podcasts are really the rage right now, so let's throw that in there and let people listen to it. And then this is a really cool video tour of his site. And then here's an example I mentioned earlier about a sales page, right? and basically this is a sales funnel page. All right, and there's scarcity up here at the top. You can't see it because the test mode ribbon is on up there. But this is an overview of a guided fishing trip with a client of mine, and again tells his story, right? And I'm going to skip through this pretty quickly because the most important part of this is we get down to the bottom here and we see that he's selling out, and this is not false scarcity. It's true. It's real. Um, we've This is really cool. We're creating a cancellation list for him. So it's another way to get prospects into um, a funnel for him for reaching out, in this case, via text message. Okay, because sometimes people have to cancel a trip at the last minute, and rather than him, rather than Dave losing out on a guest, he has an opportunity to potentially fill that through a short notice cancellation list. Okay, and then I've got to update this because 2022 is about sold out, and he's already booking into 2023. Okay, but here's the really cool thing, and I think I didn't get to see Eric's session on this, but I think he added some of this cool new stuff that Convertri added for features. Again, kudos to Neil and Andrew, man. So we select our quantity. Like I said the other day, fishermen don't go fishing alone, just like women don't go to the bathroom alone, right? So there's going to be a group of at least two, and sometimes more. But I know what's plugged in here for limitations. So, in terms of quantity, so I'm going to plug in 8 people in my party, okay, and then hit the make deposit button. And as you can see up the top here, that this particular date range is not even available anymore because there's not enough openings that week. The only week that will accommodate me is for the week of August 4th through the 9th. And then, this is the let's see. I wonder if because I'm recording this, it's not going to let me. Or do I need to click on that? There we go. Hadn't made the error yet before. So anyhow, this is the modal checkout, and if you haven't seen it before, that's how it works, and it's really slick, really cool. Obviously, I'm not going to run through it, even though I wouldn't get charged for it. But I wanted to walk you through this process and see it, because this is an upsell. This isn't a standard feature that you would have as part of your listing, right? Now you're getting into the e-commerce side of things and giving these businesses the ability to sell stuff online in a really simple funnel, right? And this funnel right here is based off of the website that I built for Dave. And in case you missed that, that was what was it? The $500,000 website case study that I did. It's about funnelizing websites. That was day one. When the training comes out, the recordings come out. Hopefully that one takes, and you'll have an opportunity to take a look at it. So anyhow, that's the example of that particular design. And then I want to run in here and I want to show you. This is one that I'm working on right now. It's not even finished yet. So I'm really lifting the curtain up here for you guys. This is a local community directory. All right. So we went from, I'm going to click back here and kind of run through this. We went from restaurant specific, right, to hunting guides, to fishing guides, with e-commerce funnel pages built in as an upsell, right? And now we're coming back around to local community directories. And I came back around to these guys because local businesses just got hammered because of COVID, and so many of them have closed, and that I think many of them would have been able to stay open if they had something like this. So um, think of I'm going to give you this thought, right, in terms of directories. Um, they're like a digital strip mall, okay? In this case, for this local community directory, it's like a digital strip mall, and you have all of these clients, or tenants, I should say, and all these different types of businesses. Some of them will be your anchor tenants. They're more well known in the community. They're going to want to be you're going to want to have them be a featured business in your community directory, and then you're going to have all the other smaller businesses, right? And what's cool about this is if for some reason a business decides, I don't want to stay in the directory anymore, it's not for me, I'm not getting any business out of it, and that could happen, right? Um, okay, well, they leave. Does that hurt? Are you going to feel the pain over that? Is that going to affect you being able to, pay your car payment or your mortgage? No, because by itself, it's not that big of a hit. The beauty of these directories, there's many reasons why you want to have them. One is they create this residual flow of income. And there's lots of different ways to price these things. You, you know, that's a side conversation to have, because it really depends on the directory. It depends on your location, because the economics of your locality are going to play into how much you charge for a directory listing. Now, in these community directory listings, I look at, well, what is the Chamber of Commerce charging their members? Membership fees for the chamber, right? Because that the businesses they already have accepted the fact that that's what it takes to be in a directory, and most chambers have really crappy directories for these businesses. Okay, and I brought that up on purpose because I've got something else that I'm going to show you here in a minute. That's kind of cool, and you probably, if you're interested in this at all, you're going to want to be involved in this. Okay, so anyhow, um, so for a local directory, you want to have these main categories. Obviously, stay, eat, shop, play, services. That's where you would have all of your professional services, everything ranging from pedicures to income taxes, real estate services. All that stuff goes under that sub category of this directory. And then under community, that's where you would put things like uh, the community calendar, community events, and in this particular case, I'm also going to have a community podcast, and that's going to be pretty cool. And then I don't know if you noticed over here on the left hand side, but we've got a scratch and win. So this is where you can really do some cool third party app integrations into your Convertri designs that you're not going to find anywhere else. Now, I don't have one of these set up yet, But there's a way for you to be able to see that when I do have it set up. Okay. Um, you know, I don't want this to come across as a teaser because that's not what it is. It just happened that the summit is happening at the same time that I've started on this directory. So it's kind of a golden opportunity for you, if you're interested, to come play with me on it, basically. Um, so I'll come down here and kind of give you an idea of where we're going with the directory listings themselves. We're going to be using these buttons again with layers, right? So people can come in here and take a look at these individual listings and see what amenities are available. In this case, for a resort located on Loon Lake, right? And then, of course, we'll put in our Google Map location. We'll have a short video, right? And then click to email, click to call. And then if they have a special offer, this can either be like this is so cool with Convertri. Convertri gives you the ability to upload PDF files. Well, why don't you have a PDF coupon, right? And so they click on this special offer, and it opens up this layer with a description of this PDF coupon that they can then instantly download, right? How cool is that? And it's simple to set up. And once you have things set up in your directory, I think Eric and Jim have both gone over this. Convertri is one of the advantages to using Convertri. Excuse me, I got a frog going here. Drink a little bit of water. You can start to clone some of these elements and create your collections. So now it becomes super easy just to, if I wanted to, I could put a panel underneath all four of these, make sure that it was underneath and all these elements were on top, and I could create a collection for that. Okay, so then it becomes really easy to just add another line of these, right? Okay, so that's where we're going with with this particular um, directory. And it's a community directory. One thing I didn't mention is up here in the header, this is just an awesome place for, I don't know if I have this one hooked up or not. Let me see. This one, yep, this one is going to Shore Acres Resorts. So talk about a cool thing to have, right? Um, this is a premium ad spot, right? So again, there are opportunities to upsell. So it's not just the listing itself, it's all the bells and whistles that you can provide them in their listing, right? And you can decide what is going to be part of the basic listing versus an upsell feature. Then you have these featured ad spaces, right? And then they come directly to their website, and this could link to a specific page on the site too, right? Like the booking page. Okay, so lots of different opportunities, and then there's a sponsor page, right? So you can round up sponsors to help with some of the advertising costs. But how I'm setting this up, this particular community directory, is it's not just a directory. It's going to be like a community-based program, and it's going to be pretty cool. There are things like this that people have, that are in place in other parts of the country, um, but it's Convertri gives you the opportunity to put all of it in one spot. or to be the hub, I should say, at the very least. So unique opportunities. All right. So this is cool, right? I mean, I think we can all agree it's cool. I'm not going to take you through all these pages because they're not all built out yet. Okay. This is kind of the, I start with the home page, so to speak, and that's where I get my design down, and then I start building everything else out. All right. So with this community directory, I am also, if you saw my session yesterday, you saw this in part of the digital proposals. Well, this is a digital sales tool, is what it is, and it's it's formulated or created after MLM, multi-level marketing, and the type of sales tools that they put together, right? Regardless of how you feel about multi-level marketing, uh, they've got sales down pretty well, and the tools that they use for selling, and so this is modeled after their sales tools, right? So every one of these pages has a video, has text, so it's engaging, it's immersive, and it answers objections, takes people on a journey, so that when they get to the end of the journey, they're either going to ask you questions, um, give you an outright no, or probably say yes. Um, and how I'm setting this particular community directory up is it's this is going to be a joint effort between Click Local, the business community, and the local chamber of commerce. So everybody's going to come together on this, because in this layout here, this sales tool, it lists how the businesses benefit and how the chamber benefits by being involved in this, and everybody benefits monetarily, which is, I mean, that's the bottom line. When you're in business, you got to make money, right? um, so I can't dig too far into this because, like I said, it's a work in progress right now. And I can't, and it's not possible to show you how to design something like this in a matter of 30 minutes. So here's what I'm proposing. All right. I put a lot of thought into this, and I guess before I make that proposal, I should probably follow my menu, my agenda, right? So let me back up one step and say, okay, let's talk about results, okay? And I kind of talked about this already, okay? Because what happens is you become the local hero in with respect to the community directory that everyone goes to first, all right? And even if you're doing the international directory that I showed you with the fishing guides from all over the world, they're going to come to you too, because first of all, they're going to be getting results, and they're going to see you as the expert, and the same thing happens locally. And so now all of a sudden, you're going to be doing website design, you're going to be doing Facebook ads, like I said, menus, putting menus on, or not. Maybe you farm that stuff out. I'm just telling you, those are the things that have come to me. And the cool thing is, you don't have to, you're not promoting those services. They're coming to you and asking you. Wouldn't it be nice if you had businesses that were calling you and saying, hey, do you do websites? Hey, do you do Facebook ads? Hey, so and so said that you did their Facebook ads. Can you do them for me too? Do you do social media management? SEO, e-commerce, right? That was something that I barely scratched the surface on. All right, back here, we'll go back here for a moment. Okay, so I showed you the phishing guide with the ability to take deposits online. Well, you can do the same thing with these local business directories. You can set these up with single sales funnels, or if they want to have a storefront, there's a way to connect e-commerce into a storefront for them individually. It's not a community storefront; it's a storefront individually customized for each one of these businesses, right? Pretty darn cool. Um, and that's what I'm including in this design right here. It's not set up yet. Otherwise, I would give you a view of it. But I've done it already for other businesses, so it's really no different. It's just a link, right? We're just talking about links, okay? So come back into the presentation again now. All right. So again, you're going to be the hero, and there's a lot to be said for that because, like I said, now all of a sudden your phone's ringing, and you're getting calls from people that are excited and want to talk to you about helping them that you have never talked to, you don't know. Um, it's a pretty neat feeling. So there's a the results will speak. They speak for themselves. And anyhow, just give that some thought. I hope that what I'm saying is resonating with you. It's opening your eyes to this because this is an asset. All right, it's an asset. A directory is an asset that you can, at some point, if you want to sell it, you can sell it. I don't know if you guys know who Mike Cooch is, but he's doing something similar. Um, but he's the directories and stuff that he's doing. They pale. Everything pales in comparison to what Convertri can produce. All right, but in terms of capitalizing on this as a business asset, um, you'll have something that you'll be able to sell in the future if you want to, right? Or one of these businesses may say, hey, you know what? Maybe one of the local businesses is a real estate agent or a brokerage, right? And they say, you know what? We want to have our own directory just for our office. Can you build us one? Yeah. So there's opportunities to build other local directories, subdirectories for businesses outside of the main directory here. Okay. I hope I'm making sense. All right. So I'm going to move on here so I don't run out of time. And as far as the next steps go, all right, I've got a proposition for you guys. Okay. And this is going to be how this all shakes out is going to be completely dependent on you, okay? Because I don't need to do this. But I wanted to throw it out there because it just, I feel like I can't show you enough in 30, 45 minutes, an hour. You know, this is this takes some commitment, and like I said, is a specific process to follow to build these things. All right. So here's the proposal. What I'm going to suggest is that you head over to my website, convertrihacks.com. Click on the Go There button right next to the Convertri Summit logo, right? And I'll have a sign up to get more information about a digital directory boot camp. So I'm thinking if there's enough interest in our Convertri group, I will put together the agenda, the dates, an official registration page, everything that you're going to get out of this training, and this is going to be an immersive event, right? So you will have the knowledge and the skills to build one of these things or work on it. Um, and put it in play for you, either at the local level or, I'm going to be using the community directory. Just so you know, I'm going to use the community directory as the basis for the boot camp, because I think there's a lot of interest in this in our Convertri group, our clubhouse, for something like this, based on conversations I've had with a lot of you. All right, so go there, go to my website, sign up for this. I'll send you more information. It's going to be a boot camp, so it'll span several weeks, but it's going to be well worth your time. And this is, unfortunately for something like this is not going to be a free event. I can't, I'm giving away a lot of free stuff here at the summit. But when we talk about putting a group together like this and a multi-week event, it's I've got things that I need to cover as well, right? So, but I'm going to keep the registration fee nominal, as low as I can. And it's going to be, I can't give you a number right yet because it's going to be dependent on how many people are interested in doing this. Okay. So if that resonates with you, go over there and check it out. At the very least, though, even if you're not interested in the directory, go over and go to the bottom of that homepage of mine and sign up for the Funnel Club, because I'm going to be rolling out a lot of really cool stuff on this website. There's going to be hacks, funnels, training, podcasts, you name it. And, that will include some of this directory stuff as well. So with that, I want to sincerely thank you for your time in coming to this summit this year and all the events and sessions that you did attend. There is there's going to be a Q&A session following my session here. I think we're going to go for a little while, all three of us out there. So there's an opportunity to ask us questions. And we'll be getting these recordings out as soon as we can. We'll let everybody know that obviously we've got your email because you're registered, so we'll be letting everybody know how to get how to get the recordings and when they're available. So it's been an honor being here with you this year, and this is something I would like to do again next year and blow it up, make it even bigger. So with that, I will talk with you all shortly, I hope.